So as many of you probably already know, we lost the van a couple weeks ago. We were headed to a video film shoot in North Gore, and as we were pulling in the driveway, it just caught on fire all of a sudden. We think that potentially it was a cracked fuel line that was leaking, and then when we bumped into the driveway, it all exploded into flames. We had the whole film crew with us in the van, and I mean, they fought valiantly to try to save the van with me jumping through fire and smoke to save all of our gear from inside of it, but within a few minutes the whole thing was on fire. The van is completely destroyed. There's no salvaging it. We estimate there's about $5,000 worth of damage done. It's not a huge sum. It's something we can recover from. I mean, considering a van burned to the ground, we could have had it gone a lot worse. Somebody could have got hurt. So we're very grateful, but it does set us back on our plans a little bit.
I wasn't with Simon when he was in the van when it burned down, and I got a call from him, and I knew he was doing this shoot, and I didn't expect him to be home for like 8 hours, so I was kind of surprised when I got this call from him, and my first immediate thought was actually that he had broken my new camera that I had just spent $2,500 on, and so my stomach kind of sunk a little bit there. But then he immediately told me the van's on fire, Shelby, and I was like, what? And he said it's completely gone. And I sat down, and first I didn't really know what to say, and then I was like, it's gonna be okay, like everything's gonna be all right. But my first thought when he got home that night was I told him, I don't want to live a normal life. Does this mean that we're not going to travel? Does this mean we're going to, get 9-to-5 jobs and stay in the city and not travel and do all the things that we wanted to do? And I knew that Simon was really discouraged, but I hoped that this wouldn't change our whole plans.
So moving forward, we're looking for a new van with fuel injection, an ECU, more modern setup, possibly a 90s van, and maybe something that's already set up as a camper that we could then just make our own instead of going through all this work and heartache that we did on the last van.
So people keep asking us what they can do to help us because they know how devastated we were when the van burned down. We've had a couple people ask if we want to do a fundraiser, or if they a couple clients asked us if they could pay us early for weddings that we're shooting. We don't want to ask for money, and we don't want to do a fundraiser, but if you guys could share this video, then people can support us while we're on the road, because we still want to make this trip happen, and there's going to be many more videos to come and many more adventures to follow.
We're not letting this setback hold us back. We have a lot of big trips planned before the van trip even begins, and we want to document all of them and get better at this filmmaking and storytelling along the way. So definitely keep posted. We're going to have a lot more content coming up. If you'd like to help us financially to offset this big loss and get this trip back on the road, we're not taking donations or anything like that, but we definitely want to work as much as we can over the next year and really make up the difference so that we can set off on this trip and do all the crazy stuff we wanted to do.
So we run a photography business together where we shoot weddings, and we really like to focus on making our photography creative and focusing on candid moments. And we're really interested in shooting non-traditional type weddings.
I also run a commercial photography business shooting a lot of real estate and headshots and events, but my main focus is creating identities for businesses that are more casual and more relaxed. I do this with video and photos, so you can check that out as well.
We really appreciate all the support that we've received so far.
The van life community has been an indispensable source of information and experience, and we really can't wait to get on the road.